This is Global Monitor, morning war status for 30 November 2025. Calm, verified updates on the world's main flashpoints. No hype, no drama. We start in Ukraine, where Russia has launched one of its biggest air assaults of the war. More than 600 drones and dozens of missiles targeted Kyiv and other cities overnight, hitting energy facilities, homes, and critical infrastructure. Hundreds of thousands of people in the capital lost power as repair crews worked through the night. At the same time, Ukraine is pushing back at sea. Naval Sea Baby drones struck two sanctioned Russian oil tankers, the Kairos and the Vyret, in the Black Sea. Both ships are part of Moscow's so-called shadow fleet, used to move oil around sanctions, and one tanker burned heavily after the hit. In Gaza, the fighting has slowed, but the suffering has not. Rescue teams are still pulling bodies from the ruins, and hospitals warn that food, medicine, and clean water remain critically short for civilians trapped in the Strip. Across the border in Lebanon, the risk of a wider war is rising again. An Israeli airstrike in Beirut's southern suburbs killed Hezbollah's military chief of staff, Haytham Ali Tabatabai, one of the group's most senior commanders. Hezbollah has promised a response, and both sides are now testing the limits of last year's fragile ceasefire. In the Indo-Pacific, tension is building on two fronts. China and Japan are locked in a diplomatic crisis after Japan's new prime minister said a Chinese attack on Taiwan could be an existential crisis for Japan, allowing military action and collective self-defense. Beijing has issued sharp warnings and stepped up pressure on Tokyo. Further north, North Korea has recently test-fired short-range ballistic missiles into the East Sea, protesting U.S.-South Korean military drills. The launches flew about 700 kilometers before falling into the water, underscoring that Pyongyang's missile program is still very active. So this morning, the main flashpoints are Kyiv under heavy bombardment, Gaza and Lebanon on edge, and a sharper standoff over Taiwan and North Korea. Which of these fronts do you think is most likely to escalate next? Ukraine, Gaza and Lebanon, or the Indo-Pacific? Tell us calmly in the comments. If you want more from Global Monitor and stay updated in English, the Netherlands and Spanish, follow Global.